I got a box of, this is exciting because it's going to be my first time having this food and who knows how I'm going to react, but guys, F it. Hey carnivores, SB fam, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Bella the Steak and Butter Gal. I hope you guys are having a beautiful meat fuel day. As you can see in the title of today's video, I'm going to be sharing quite an interesting experience that I went through the past few days. I did veer off track, at least the track of what I planned to go down for my reintroduction phase after doing 5 months of beef only. So I completely broke that plan by having In-N-Out. And you guys will be following along everything that I felt, my whole journey from the moment I went through that drive-through and ordered and everything that happened after. So before we jump into the experience, I wanted to announce that my November 30-day Carnivore Challenge group is now open for sign up. If you're new here, I host monthly carnivore challenges purely to make sure you guys are on track, that you guys reach your goals, and that you guys properly do carnivore diet the best way you possibly can. I host 8 hours worth of weekly Zoom community calls where you will get to talk to me and my amazing team of coaches. We are there every single meeting for you guys to ask questions, for you guys to get guidance, answers regarding weight loss, how to gain muscle, how to get stronger, how to feel better, how to improve energy. If you're going through adaptation symptoms, or if you're just struggling, or you just need accountability to stay on track, me and my team of coaches are there to help you. If you're new to carnivore or haven't even started, this challenge is perfect for you because you will be able to have a whole community supporting you and amazing carnivore coaches and me to make sure you do it the best way possible, to make sure you actually stick with it until you start feeling incredible. I've been hosting these challenges since January of this year, and the community has truly grown beyond what I could have possibly imagined. I started because I was just feeling lonely being the only carnivore that I knew. So I started having these Zoom calls with whoever wanted to join and talk about carnivore. And now it has grown to a community of 3,600 carnivores who are just passionate about getting better, feeling better, reaching their goals once and for all. You will have access to the weekly Zoom calls, and you will have access to the amazing private support group that I have designed and created for you guys, where you can connect, make friends with, and be inspired from all of the carnivores in there. It is off social media. I purposely did not want to do it on Facebook because I want zero distractions. I want just pure inspirational carnivore posts, information, content in this community. And that's what it is. Everyone is supportive. Everyone is non-judgmental. We welcome anyone, all ages, all genders, all experience levels. So if you're interested in joining, the sign up link is down below. If you have any questions at all, feel free to just shoot me a DM on Instagram. Okay guys, so we are at In-N-Out. We're going through the drive-through, and I just wanted to show you guys the menu. I'm trying to zoom in here. So In-N-Out has been a big part of my childhood. Obviously I wasn't carnivore, so I would have their double doubles with animal style fries. Babe, what did you get me?
5 Flying Dutchman.
So Steak and Butter Guy got me the double doubles, 5 of them, which means 10 patties, and he got it Flying Dutchman style. So 0 bun, 0 veg with cheese. So this is going to be my first time having cheeseburgers in 6 months, and my first time ever having fast food as a carnivore. This is what the inside of In-N-Out looks like. They have these cute palm tree designs everywhere. Hey guys, so we are currently in Oregon. We drove all the way from Los Angeles up to San Francisco in one go, about 5-6 hours of driving. We spent the whole day in San Francisco just sightseeing, visiting the Golden Gate Bridge, walking around downtown, and we stayed at a hotel overnight. And then we started driving from San Francisco now to Oregon since early this morning. So we made a quick stop for dinner, and no better place than to eat at In-N-Out before we get into Washington, where there are no more In-N-Outs. So I got a box of, this is exciting because it's going to be my first time having this food and who knows how I'm going to react, but guys, F it. I just want to enjoy some cheeseburgers, okay? So obviously I have no idea how I'm gonna react to this cheese. I got 5 double doubles. So these are double patties, okay? If you guys can see, no veg, it's just the protein. Those patties are very salty. Oh my god, they're so salty. It almost takes away from the enjoyment from eating it just because it's that salty, at least for my preference. I should have requested for no salt, but I don't even know if they can do that because there's definitely salt in the cheese, but I also taste a lot of salt in the patties. Ooh, I'm still gonna eat it. So tomorrow I probably will have very swollen eyes, super puffy face, kind of bloated, but it's okay. I'll be showing you guys, obviously. No regrets. Hey carnivores, it is now 3 days after the cheeseburger meal. Gouda says hi. He's now officially 6 months. So happy 6 months, Gouda. Doesn't he look like he has a smile? Also, if you guys can hear, he's starting to develop the proper French bulldog snore. All right, I'm gonna let you play with Simba, okay? I'm gonna put you down now. All right. If you guys have been following along what I have been eating as a carnivore these past few months, I started April this year doing beef only, and I lasted 5 months just eating beef, nothing but beef. September, I started introducing my first food, which was lamb. So all of September, I had just beef and lamb. And now that we're into October, I was thinking my next food to introduce would be butter. So beef, butter, lamb would be next. But completely went off plan and just literally had cheeseburgers from In-N-Out. So when we were in the drive-thru, I literally just said, I feel like we should celebrate with a proper, awesome cheat meal. And for me, having cheeseburgers from a fast food restaurant is kind of like a cheat meal. It's definitely a treat meal because I'm still carnivore. So as you guys saw in the footage, I finished all 10 cheeseburger patties. My gosh, it was so salty. All that salt in the burger and the cheese was just a lot for me. But I will say the flavor, the mouthfeel, the texture, it was delicious. I did some research, and the cheese that In-N-Out uses is called American cheese. And they actually make their own American cheese so that it's perfectly melts over their burger patties and it looks really nice in color. So I'm not exactly sure how natural and clean the cheese that they use is. I don't know if they have additives or chemicals, but they say that it is completely natural, non-processed cheese. I don't know what that means, but I will include the link to their complete allergen info down below in the description box. But their ground beef patties is just 100% ground beef, and like McDonald's, they cook it in its own fat, so in beef fat. So they do not use any plant oils, seed oils at all, which is something that I really made sure of before I even ordered. Right after that In-N-Out meal, I started to feel very sleepy, like just this wave of sleepiness and fatigue just washed over me. And I remember that night after eating the meal, I had one more meeting for my challenges to host, and I remember just feeling so sleepy and brain dead during that hour. Already those cheeseburgers were not really digesting well. They were doing something to my energy, to my alertness. And then right after that meeting, I literally just passed out. During that entire 6-hour drive that was left, I was completely just in a daze. So sleepy. I napped and slept basically the whole 6 hours that was left. And then when we got there, we unpacked, we settled into this new apartment. And yeah, I just felt like I was very tired, very sleepy, basically just meat coma, cheeseburger coma. Hey guys, so it is the next morning. and I wanted to show you the first things that I've noticed. Just washed my face and I wanted to let you guys see what's going on my skin already after having the In-N-Out cheeseburgers. So these are all observations. I'm not having a panic attack. I really don't mind. In fact, I welcome changes in my skin because that just goes to show that foods most certainly do affect how your skin looks, how your mood is, how your energy is, how you feel. Food is the root of it all. When I turn my head, you can see that there's a bit more texture. And that there's a bunch of little milia type of pimples. I don't know if you call them pimples, but they're like raised bumps all across my top of the forehead. As you can see, just very blotchy. It's also kind of itchy. It almost feels like my eczema is budding out. It's just about to start because this part is so itchy, especially this morning when I woke up, and this part is itchy and this part is extremely itchy. I did feel like my face was just really dry and itchy, just inflamed. I already put on lotion, but blotchy red skin. I don't know if it was from the cheese or from the salt or from the quality of the beef or all of it. And another thing is, if you look at my eyes, if you are not Asian, you may not be able to detect it, but us Asians have the eye to look for other Asian eyes. This eye is most definitely bigger than this eye because this eye is so swollen that my double eyelid has diminished. So this double eyelid is kind of still there. If you look closely, you see that little fold above this eye, but this eye has no fold. So that's what happens when my eyes swell up and retain a lot of water. They just diminish in size. Fast forward to the morning after, I could not wake up. I was just so sleepy. My eyelids felt so heavy, and when I opened them, I was like, no way am I getting up, and I just went back to sleep. I slept past noon, and when I woke up for good, I definitely noticed already bumps on my forehead and a few bumps and red patchy itchy spots around my cheeks. The energy was again very low. I felt super lethargic and I felt bloated as well. So let me get a nice side shot. You see how bloated I am? This is just me relaxed. This is me pushing it out. Yep, that cheese definitely bloats me big time. All of these symptoms, honestly, I expected. I wasn't really surprised, especially given the fact that for 6 months straight, I was eating so clean, just beef, and if not beef, beef and lamb. So all of a sudden I introduce salt, ground beef patties that I don't know what quality they are, and on top of that, melted cheese. So yeah, the symptoms were expected. Also, when I got up the next morning, I passed a stool, and I have to say, that stool was the most solid stool I have ever passed. It wasn't painful, but I felt when I was passing it like, wow, this is probably the most solid stool. And I checked and it definitely was. So for me, cheese has always kind of constipated or hardened my stools, but wow, those cheeseburger patties definitely changed my stools. Let's talk about my hunger levels and cravings. So the day after that full day, I did notice just strange hunger pangs. It's that feeling where you feel like your stomach is very empty, like just vacant, and there's these like hunger pangs that go on, but at the same time you feel bloated. It wasn't too pleasant because throughout the day I would clean up the apartment, but my stomach would be rumbling. It would feel really vacant yet hungry. I felt bloated and I just felt puffy all over. Definitely water retention everywhere. I basically just went back to beef and lamb because I did want to recover. So that day I actually received a box of Doe Meats, a bunch of lamb and goat. So it was just perfect timing because I was feeling desperate to just get back on track. I wasn't feeling like myself. I was just feeling low energy, puffy, not good, bloated, strange hunger pangs. So obviously when one goes off track, whatever off track means to you, from carnivore, and you're not sure where to go after being off track and feeling not like yourself, the best thing to do is go back to your favorite carnivore meals. And that's what I did. So that night I cooked up a bunch of ButcherBox beef ribeyes and some lamb bacon, one of my favorite meats from Doe Meats. Seared up a bunch of lamb bacon. I made sure to include variety and something that I really loved, the lamb bacon, to make sure that I was still excited, especially after coming from a meal that was so full of flavor, like the cheeseburgers from In-N-Out. By cooking something that was still exciting and delicious and fatty and satiating, I made sure that I went on track immediately the meal after the In-N-Out cheeseburgers. The day after, which was yesterday for me now, we actually ended up hiking a 4-mile hike at Twin Falls. I believe it's called Twin Falls in Washington. It was the most gorgeous hike ever. And the 4-mile hike consisted of up to 58 floors of uphill trek. I didn't feel too exhausted during that hike. So I could tell that my energy, my endurance was back to normal, probably because I really feasted on the beef and lamb the night before. But my energy was back to normal. What I did notice was during that hike, I had a runny nose the entire time. The entire time I had to sniff. I did not bring tissues during that hike. So the whole entire 4-mile hike, I would just be sniffling. And then after the hike, we went grocery shopping, went to Costco, picked up some dog supplies, came home, ate dinner. I had some ButcherBox ribeyes and Billy Doe goat loins. And finally, fast forward to today, right now, I still see the little mini spots on my forehead. Let me show you guys close up. If you can see those little spots. This morning when I woke up and washed my face, I still had some red blotchy skin. My nose congestion is a lot better. Still feels a little bit congested, especially on this nostril. Yeah, it's still a little bit congested. My energy is pretty much back to normal. I most definitely do not feel that petting the unicorn feeling that I would get pretty much every single day on beef and lamb only, especially when I fasted, but I didn't do any fasting recently. This morning when I woke up, it was still difficult to get out of bed. I still wanted to sleep in. So right now it's a little after 3 p.m. in the afternoon. I have to say I still am getting slight instances of those hunger pangs. So I don't know what it is that those cheeseburgers did to my stomach or gut, but I think it's still recovering from that meal 3 days ago. These past 3 days, I have also been quite gassy. Ever since the In-N-Out meal. Today it's a lot better, but yesterday and the day before, so much gas all the time. So yeah, definitely did not digest very well. Looking back, was that In-N-Out cheeseburger meal worth it? 100,000% worth it. I really think enjoying meals like that every once in a while is perfectly fine. Given the circumstances, we were on the road. We drove almost 15 hours. Having a delicious meal that was convenient and budget friendly like In-N-Out was just perfect. So I think my plan moving forward is I'm going to have another meal tonight of beef and lamb. Here's some footage of what I had the night of, and it's basically Billy Doe lamb loins, which is so good, and they're goat loins. So I had lamb, goat, and also lamb picanha steaks. It was delicious, the best feast ever. Check out Billy Doe lamb if you want unaged, fresh, delicious, zero gamey aftertaste lamb meat. And I'm just gonna start reintroducing all of the foods. I plan to reintroduce butter, eggs, and seafood, hands down. I really miss my egg pudding. I don't know what it is. It's probably because the holidays are coming up. The weather is getting really chilly here in Seattle. I just want my egg pudding and I want my butter. So we're gonna be going shopping in my next video, and I'm gonna show you guys what I buy and what foods I cook up next. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of my cheat meal experience. It took 3 days to recover from it and feel back to normal. Went through a lot of gas, a lot of bloat, a lot of puffiness, a lot of low energy, a lot of hunger pangs, but I still see it as worth it and a huge win because I was able to stay carnivore throughout a 3-day long road trip. And as you guys know, the holidays are coming up. I most definitely want to start cooking more exciting recipes, just enjoy more variety in carnivore foods. It just goes with the holiday mood. And I also wanted to let you guys know that my November 30-day carnivore challenge group is now open for you guys to sign up and join. I host monthly 30-day carnivore challenges purely to keep you guys on track, purely to motivate you guys, to help you guys stay carnivore, reach your carnivore weight loss goal, and keep you accountable throughout the entire month. These types of challenges are incredibly beneficial if you are alone in this carnivore way of eating. If you are surrounded by people who either disapprove of your carnivore way of eating or who judge you all the time, I understand how difficult it can be to stay on track with such an extreme diet, especially when you're not surrounded with people who even understand what carnivore is. So that's why having a tribe to belong to is so extremely beneficial, just to feel the power of this community and also the power of knowledge, because my carnivore coaches seriously have so much knowledge, so much information in their brains. This challenge is designed so that you guys can walk away with more knowledge, more information about the carnivore diet, and also walk away with more friends, more connections, more accountability buddies. We welcome all genders, all experience levels, all ages. You can be anywhere across the globe and still be a part of the community because it is all online. Thank goodness for Zoom and Mighty Networks. I always update the links in the description box for the upcoming challenges. So anytime you want to jump in on these 30-day carnivore challenges, just open the description box below and click on the link to sign up and be a part of the community. I cannot wait to meet you guys and get you guys to your goals. With that being said, I wish you all an amazing rest of your week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, turn on those bell notifications so you don't miss my future videos. Thank you for watching. SPG out.